challenges, although we were ready in the physical hall, but we were not ready to go live. Now we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, and there is a Zoom link as well. So welcome to that. Quite often we ask the question, especially about politics. Can you be a standing or an upright Christian in the realm especially of politics and governance? I was having a discussion with somebody who was running actually now in the political realm. In Zambia we have elections coming up in a few months' time in August. And the difficulty was role models in this area, in the political arena. But can you be a standing and upright Christian in the realm of politics and governance, in the realm of media and arts, music, in the realm of business and economics, in the realm of education and development, in the realm of family and marriage, in the realm of health and environment, and in other realms as well? Can you be a Christian? Can you be an upstanding Christian, an upright man or woman that is a good role model and example to all, for all to see? First of all for yourself, but for all those that will come your way via your profession or your calling. Now, we might not have a problem with one or two of the areas, like maybe health and environment, I'm not sure, we'll see today. But we certainly have a problem in the realm of politics. I'm sure many people think it's a dirty game, as they call it. Christians shouldn't be involved, and we'll be answering those questions, not today, but in the course of the year. Kabata Baptist Church, which is hosting today's seminar, has decided to embark on 10 years of seminars in these areas of life and service. So the area of politics and governance, the area of media and arts, the area of business and economics, the area of education and development, the area of marriage and family, and starting with today, the area of health and environment, that particular sector. Now, business and economics, marriage and family, we have been doing seminars for the last, in terms of business and economics, it's the last 10 years. In terms of family and marriage, it's the last almost as long as the church has been around, 30 years or so. But these other areas we hadn't thought about until recently, when we were thinking, are we teaching our people enough? Are we educating ourselves enough? Are we helping one another enough in our chosen different callings? Yes, we have a very good and sound pulpit ministry. That is very, very true. But also, does it cover these areas in which the careers and callings of our members, and indeed everyone else out there, falls? So for instance, the area of politics and governance, I keep coming back to that one because it's the most obvious one. Have we taught enough of the principles for a person to be in that arena and be someone that can be looked to as a Christian? That's the question. Well, today we're going to do the area of health and environment, the first of our specialized seminars. And the theme that is here for this year at least is what it is to be a Christian health worker. Or, put differently, what does it mean to be a Christian health worker? Not a health worker, because that everybody does, but a Christian health worker. What are the outworkings of that? And this question is what we'll be asking in the other seminars as well. What it means to be a Christian politician? What it means to be a Christian educator? What it means to be a Christian business person? What it means to be a Christian family man? What it means to be a Christian musician, a Christian media practitioner? That's what we'll be asking in all the other seminars, and today particularly in the health and environment sector. What it is, or what does it mean to be a Christian health worker? And I'd like to, and by the way, as I said, it will be over 10 years because you can't handle this subject or in these areas in just one seminar. So each one of these areas that I've mentioned, we will have a seminar every single year. So for health and environment, today is the start. Next year, a year down the line, we'll have the second seminar, then the third seminar the following year for the next 10 years. in health and environment, for the next 10 years in corporate governance, for the next 10 years in politics, for the next 10 years in education, and so on. So we will have different topics so that we're able to inoculate believers and inculcate in one another the spirit of a biblical worldview in these areas. And to help us maybe focus a bit better on that, I've got 2 or 3 passages of scripture, but we've also got a number of resource persons or panelists that will come. One will speak and be also a panelist as well a little later on. And they are professionals in this field of health and environment. I'll be introducing them a little later on. But 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 16, because all our musings and discussions and discourses will be around the biblical worldview. 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 16 says, keep a close watch on yourself and on the teaching or doctrine, as some versions say. Persist in this, that is keeping a close watch on yourself and your teaching. For by so doing you will save both yourself and your hearers. Now the Apostle Paul here was writing to his protege, which is Timothy, who was a minister of the word particularly, but it is applicable to all. Pastor Matthew Henry, who wrote the famous commentary on the whole Bible, this is what Pastor Matthew Henry says about this particular verse, 1 Timothy 4:16. Keep a close watch on yourself and on the teaching. Persist in this, for by so doing you will save both yourself and your hearers. Matthew Henry says, those